You go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the University of Idaho versus Washington State University stream. We have 30 seconds until the third period of action. Cougars leading 7-1, and we have video for the first time in KUGR history. Connor, this is exciting, isn't it?
Well, I'm very excited, and guys, we did see the comments. We understand, like, this is a huge game, and we did see the comments. We want to read them. We wanted to get you guys out there, and we finally got it done. It's the third period. From here on out, we will have a camera going forth. We just had some technology problems at the beginning of the periods and throughout the periods, and just we have to call the game no matter at the end of the day. So thank you guys so much for staying with us and tuning in. And you guys do have a game, and we have a cameraman set and ready to go for this third period.
Absolutely. If you are a KUGR fan, if you are a Wazoo hockey fan, please follow this YouTube channel. We get updates for live streams on games. Every single game will be broadcasted here on KUGR with the video feeds. Miss Slye joined by Connor Simmons in the booth alongside Zach MacFarlane and Kate Cherney, our sideline reporters. You're listening / watching KUGR live on YouTube. We will be right back for period number 3. 1 minute and counting as we get closer and closer to the third period of action here at the Eastern Washington University Rec Center ice rink, as the Cougs lead it 7-1, and history being made in tonight's game as rookies David Bushkin and Hank Hamlet secure their first Cougar goals. And Coach Lupinacci, we saw asking for the pucks on both of those goals, and we'll see some pretty happy faces in the locker room after tonight's game. Connor, as the Cougs lead at 7-1, heading into the third period of action, what are we looking forward to?
Well, right now it's just a situation of you don't have to push for offense that much. It's 7-1. Like, you don't need that. Don't play back, obviously, but also don't try and get guys hurt. Idaho's is going to be pushing. They're going to be fighting back. There has been a little tension rising in this game, and who's not happy right now? We got a camera rolling now. You guys officially, as the viewers, can see the game. Coach Lupinacci's dancing. The freshmen are dancing. Overall, great overall game from the depth of the Cougs as they're keeping it in Idaho's zone quite a bit, and just smiles on the sideline all around if you're a WSU Cougar fan or player right now.
Absolutely good vibes here in Eastern Washington as the Cougar fans travel incredibly well, only about an hour 20 drive north from Pullman. So quite a few crimson and gray donning fans in the crowd as the Cougars and Vandals take the ice. Again, the Cougars wearing their gray jerseys with crimson highlights, and the Vandals wearing their creamsicle jerseys with the yellow highlights. And so, as you mentioned before, Mahoney, the goaltender, the freshman goaltender for the Vandals, not getting very much help out in front. He has been facing quite a few shots tonight, and he was strong for the first period, strong for the first half of that second period, but things started to fall apart as so many different Cougs got on the board. David Bushkin, Hank Hamlet, Cadence Kelly, Max Lazaro, Sunili Sahovan, Micah Clark, Van Rainer, the list goes on.
Yep.
So many different Cougs up and down the lineup getting on the board as we get closer to puck drop.
Well, with Mahoney, it's like every puck he sees, he is stopping. It's just getting to the point. So many shots are going on net. One's going to rebound, one's going to trickle out. And with Cougs in front of the net, he can't see as well. His best aspect is his vision. And right now the Cougs are taken away, and that's why you have a 7-1 game.
First line out for the Cougs. Sahovan into the faceoff circle with Max Lazaro to the right, Cole Carlson to the left, as number 70 Ludwig and Sahovan are going to get called out. Are going to get kicked out of the faceoff circle here. Tempers flared in the second period, and it looks like it's on pace for the same thing tonight as the Vandals win the faceoff. Number 29 will feed it across to 44, who gets shouldered by Sam Hembry as he clears it into the zone. Alexi Cool will leave it for Lex Ballard, who will play it around the boards, out of the zone, off the stick of Jackal for the Vandals. Down ice, no icing because it hit off of a Vandal player. And now number 29 for the Vandals will leave it back for Jackal as they'll fight for it. Number 44 will try and clean it up. Tries to pass it off the boards, but it's picked up by Sam Hembry. Puts a shot on goal just wide of the net. He had some open nets, but just didn't quite connect. As this puck is picked up by Sunili Sahovan at the blue line. Blings it on offsides as Max Lazaro just couldn't quite get out of the zone.
That's where Smuley wished he had his eyes in the back of his head, because he was just a second off as Cole Carlson just was getting his last left skate off the ice, trying to get across the blue line. But this is what we were talking about the whole game. The forecheck and aggressiveness of the Cougs right now is putting them out in front and having the Idaho defense scramble and not know what they're doing.
Carlos de Leon versus Van Rainer just outside the Vandal zone, won by the Cougs. Lucas Robinson backhands it onto the stick of Reed Mullen, who loses his handle and has to fight for it now. He gets pinned against the Wazoo boards there as Van Rainer comes up with the puck. Plays it around the boards to number 7, Hank Hamlet, a goal scorer tonight, as that pass gets picked off by de Leon. Tries to clear it in. Lucas Robinson, the defenseman for the Cougs, will play it through past the blue line. No, it kicks off the boards. Shot on goal turned out by Alexi Cool. Evan King picks up the puck, rings it around for Hank Hamlet, who will take the puck, pass out in front, trying to find Reed Mullen. Lucas Robinson fighting for it. The Vandals just refusing to let this puck leave the zone. As Hank Hamlet comes up with the puck, the freshman gets shouldered into the boards as he moves into the neutral zone. Picked up by Evan King as they fight for it. Hank Hamlet loses possession, and it's pushed back into the Cougar zone. Reed Mullen to clean it up.
The Vandals doing a good job to start this third period off by keeping possession of the puck and slowing it down and have them control the game more than the Cougs.
Here comes Evan King on the far side, near side, gets taken away. Van Rainer has to clean it up back at the logo. Wheels it back out to Colin Keenan in the Cougar zone. Gives it to Evan King, the freshman, who has to bring it back into his own zone, cool things down here. 18 minutes, 15 seconds left.
If you're the Vandals, you do have to start pushing. I know 7-1 game's a lot, and the comeback is looking bleak, but the Cougs do not have to rush or do anything they don't want to do right now. If you're the Vandals, you got to put them in uncomfortable positions and trying to get them out of their zone.
Forecheck for the Vandals, keeping the Cougs pinned down. Evan King, the forward, trying to clear it out as he gets shoved off of it. Micah Clark there with him. Evan King loses possession again. Micah Clark has to clean up behind the net. Colin Keenan going to fight for it. David Bushkin gets absolutely shouldered by number 10, Reagan Graves, who threw an elbow. No call on that play as puck is ringed around the boards, out of the zone, all the way down ice. Here comes David Bushkin trying to beat it out. It'll be played by Mahoney behind his own nets. Onto the stick of number 9, Talon Smith, who gets shoved down by Matthew Taylor. As his puck gets onto the stick of David Bushkin in the Vandals zone, backhand shot off of a body. Loose behind the net, picked up by number 4. David Bushkin pins him against the boards, pass out in front, trying to find Cadence Kelly. He's trying to get possession of it. It's still loose, and it leaks out onto the stick of number 3. Puts a shot on goal, turned out by Mahoney. Pass kept in the zone by Cadence, by Colin Keenan, pardon me. As he passes it in behind net, he'll go off for a change. The Cougs get a change.
Good job right there by the Cougs, just stalling time to get another line out here.
Colin Keenan receives the puck in his own zone, draws it back. Gets a pass to Cole Carlson. Too much mustard on that pass off his skates as Carlson somehow comes up with it. Gives it to Matthew Taylor, who has it poke checked away from him. Taken by the Vandals. That's the logo. As he whiffs on it, a penalty called here against the Vandals. We'll see who heads to the box as the Cougs head to the man advantage. 16 minutes, 49 seconds left in the third period of action. 7-1. Cougs still dominating here in the third period.
Well, it's going to be number 3 of the Vandals, as when they were fighting right across the zone at center ice, it looks to be that he crossed or got a high stick on Cole Carlson, and they do have protective mask for a reason, but that's still a call you have to make.
Ludwig facing off against Max Lazaro near side here in the Vandal zone. Cougs moving left to right. As Max Lazaro gets set, the Vandal hurries onto the ice as they will finally drop the puck. Won by the Cougs. Sam Henry receives it at the blue line. Winds up the shot. No, he gives it over to Evan King, who gives it back to Sam Henry. Puts on a shot. Muffs the shot. Off to Evan King. Puts a shot on goal. He scores! More history tonight. Evan King, the third rookie to get on the board. An absolute snipe.
Great shot right there from Evan King, the third freshman. Like you said, Smitty, another great performance by the Cougs. And it's looking like Coach Lupinacci knows what he's doing with these freshmen. 11 seconds into the Cougs power play after the high sticking call. Man, oh man, the Cougs are thriving. 8-1 game, 16 minutes, 38 seconds left in the third period.
With a lot of new faces on this team, this is about the most perfect way this night could have gone for John Lupinacci as he asks for yet another puck to be given to yet another rookie. David Bushkin, Hank Hamlet, and now Evan King, the 6'1", 185-pound freshman from Seattle, Washington. As the first line is back out for the Cougs, Melissa Hovinen with Max Lazaro and Cole Carlson. Lazaro to his right, Carlson to his left as the Cougs win the faceoff. Sam Henry plays it off the boards onto the stick of Max Lazaro, who shoves off the defender, leaves it for Sahovinen. Near side, he shoves him off. Max Lazaro picks up the puck, moves down front, puts a shot on goal, and just goes wide. Mahoney got drawn out of the nets, but comes up lucky there with not having to save that shot. As the puck is picked up here by the Vandals, trying to clear it out. They will, and the Cougs come up with it as they try and backhand it into the zone. Vandals in their own zone trying to reset.
Vandals just have to reset and get something going, trying to get a puck at least on their Cougs zone and get some shots on Alexia Cool.
Forecheck for the Cougs, forces a turnover. They draw back into their own zone. Sam Henry along with Lex Ballard, the freshman, on defense. As the Vandals pick up this pass, Max Lazaro cleans up the loose puck. In his own zone, feed pass there to Cole Carlson at the logo, trying to put on some moves here. He's got 2 defenders, pushes it through the legs. A weak little dribbling puck onto the stick of Mahoney, who clears it away. Max Lazaro clears out to Lex Ballard at the blue line. Shot on goal, just wide. Lex Ballard looking to make some more history tonight. Just doesn't connect as this puck is cleared down ice. Lex Ballard will clean it up. Tries to get a pass there to Hank Hamlet, but it kicks off his stick, and Sam Henry is going to have to clean it up.
The Idaho Vandals got to find a way to stop getting these defenders of the Cougs getting shots up on net. Whether it goes in or not, rebounds are happening, and it's helping these Cougs wings and centers get some more shots up, and it's not helping Mahoney whatsoever.
Sam Henry and Lex Ballard putting in overtime here as the puck kicks around loose out in front of Alexi Cool. Lex Ballard comes up with it. The defenseman gets a feed here to Evan King, the forward. Already has a goal tonight. Stops and starts. Far corner. Gets a pass up to the blue line for Van Rayner, who rings it around the boards, trying to find Hank Hamlet here in the near corner. Trying to fight for it. He got leveled hard. He's been taking punishment after punishment tonight as his puck just gets out of the zone. Reed Mullen tried to keep it, but just couldn't quite get it to it. As here come the Vandals. Past the logo. They gain the zone. Number 26. Shot on goal. He scores! Can you believe it? Pierce Stocksner, an absolute bullet. And Alexi Cool, all he can do is watch.
Well, what a great job right there as the Vandals find themselves as the Cougs defender found themselves in a change, and here comes a 2-on-1 break happening, and what a shot by Pierce Stotzner. Gets another goal right here up for the Vandals and gets a little momentum and something home to say, hey, Mom, I scored tonight. What a great shot right there. Rocket, top right corner.
The upperclassman, junior Pierce Stotzner, the forward, gets on the board and closes the gap. No longer 8-1, now 8-2. Cougs still leading, but the Vandals showing some fight late in this game as they win the faceoff. Pass it off the boards, picked up by Colin Keenan, who clears it back in immediately. Mahoney trying to set up his defense as Cadence Kelly goes to play the puck. Fights for it in the corner. He's got Matthew Taylor along with him as the puck kicks onto the stick here of number 16 for the Vandals. They'll move it through the zone, trying to find Talon Smith. Goes wide, Colin Keenan, the 5'5" defenseman. Passes through here to Cadence Kelly along the boards. Here he comes with a little bit of speed. Gets the feed pass there to number 2, David Bushkin. Can he get number 2 on the night? No, it's turned away by Mahoney. David Bushkin looking for goal number 2. And now the Cougs have to fight for it along the boards. Micah Clark trying to get a pass. It's cleared out by the Vandals. Colin Keenan, yet again, cleaning up the trash.
David Bushkin almost puts on a move that's something ESPN Top 10 Center plays of the week right there, as he almost gets one to go.
Here's a shot from David Bushkin. Off the post through the legs of Mahoney, trying to get it again, and again, turned out by Mahoney. David Bushkin, very aggressive so far in this third period.
I mean, why wouldn't you if you're David Bushkin right now? Everything's going for the Cougs. Why not try and get another one?
As Bushkin keeps the zone, gets a pass here to Max Lazaro. Stops and starts out in front, backhand shot. Turned out by Mahoney. Loose behind the back of Max Lazaro. Tries to put a shot on. Turned out yet again. Mahoney staying strong. Zone is kept by Cole Carlson, the team captain. And they'll blow this play dead. Looks like a penalty here. We'll see who it goes against. But there's 13 minutes, 22 seconds left in the period. 8-2. Cougars dominating.
I do not believe... Oh, yes, there is going to be... both are going again. We're going to have, for the fourth time tonight, 4-on-4 hockey. I think aggression just coming out for both teams, and push comes to shove. You can't back down if you're the Coug or a Vandal in this situation. And here we come again.
A pair of freshmen, Matthew Taylor for Wazoo and Jackson Kirkwood for the Vandals. They'll both head to the box. Two young heads getting a little too hot here midway through the third period. As Cougs lead at 8-2, 13 minutes left in the third period. Max Lazaro heads out to the faceoff circle. Won by the Vandals, drawn back into their own zone. Dutch Sellerberger gets a pass to number 2, Jackal. Gives it back to Sellerberg, who will wing it on the far side. Finds Jackal. Pass to number 44, Wilson. It's taken here by Cadence Kelly for the Cougs as they clear it down ice. Played by Mahoney. No icing on the play. Number 3 for the Vandals. Will try and break through here. He's got Max Lazaro and Cole Carlson trying to take it away. Somehow keeps his handle. Breaks through into the zone. Far side. Shot on goal. Turned out by Alexi Cool. Somehow got his glove to it and just tipped it away. Another shot turned off the blocker of Alexi Cool. As they push it back out in front. Max Lazaro trying to clean it up. Picked up there by Wilson, number 29. Pardon me, that's Sellerberg. As Sam Henry tries to clear it out right into the net, out of play. And it is now 12 minutes, 32 seconds left here in the third period, 8-2. We will have a face-off in the Cougar zone.
A minute 10 left on this 4-on-4 hockey. And if you're the Vandals, you got to take advantage. But there's more space on the ice. There's got to be more breaks coming for you. You got to play more aggressive, be more offensive at this point in the game. Don't make mistakes, obviously. You don't want to lead this to a 9-2 game, but you got to start pushing it for the Vandals. There's more ice up for a reason.
If fans are confused why Sam Henry is not heading to the penalty box, there is no delay of game penalty here in ACHA hockey as the Vandals win the faceoff. Put a quick shot on goal. Sam Henry there to clean it up. Pass off the boards, trying to clear the zone. He's got Cole Carlson, and here comes Carlson. Picks up the bouncing puck. Far side. Can he get a goal? Tries to put a move on. Shut down. Number 21 for the Vandals. Absolutely denied this team captain for Wazoo.
Which is one of the best puck handlers on this team. Cole Carlson, all the way from Canada, was in the skills competition last year for it.
Calgary kid gets shoved off the puck there behind the net as it's picked up by number 17, DeLeon for the Vandals. Trying to clear it out. Gets it past number 22. Picked up by number 21 for the Vandals. Here he comes past the red line. He has Sahoven shoving him off the puck. He gets shoved to the ground. A delayed penalty here as the Cougs touch up. Lucas Robinson will go and touch up the puck, and it's going to be some 4-on-3 hockey here. The Cougs draw the penalty.
I believe it's going to be 4-on-3 hockey for 30 seconds, and then both guys will come out of the ice. Then it will be 5-on-4 power play for the Vandals. A lot of confusing stuff happening right now, but a Coug just did go to the power play bench, and Vandals do have a man advantage with 11 minutes, 51 seconds left in this game. 8-2, find the Cougs up.
Louis Sahoven heads to the box after he shoved the Vandal down to the ice. And it'll set up 4-on-3 hockey here. Cougar zone, far side to the left of Alexi Cool. Ludwig opposed by Max Lazaro on this penalty kill. As they'll sort things out here, get ready to drop the puck, and they finally do. Face off, won by the Vandals. Kick it out to the blue line. Will he put a shot on goal? Trying to shake off Max Lazaro. Sellerberg leaves it for number 3. He gets a pass over to number 44 with a shot on goal right into the body of Alexi Cool. Benton Wilson fired an absolute dart, but Alexi Cool saw it all the way.
With the setup right now, the Vandals are doing everything correct. Pass it around. There's only 3 defenders out right now for the Cougs. Keep passing. There's going to be an open shot somewhere.
And pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, Drew Ramsey comes into this game for Alexi Cool as he gets the save there. Alexi Cool on the bench after his performance in the first 2 periods. As the Vandals try and win the face-off, but it's going to be picked up here by Lucas Robinson, who will fight for it, try and clear it out. The Cougs come up with it. Benson Wilson, near side. Will he put a shot on goal? Pass out in front. Shot, muffed the shot. Didn't quite connect. Ludwig had a wide open net and didn't connect as it's cleared out there by Reed Mullen off the glove of the Vandal, as they will have to touch up here. The Cougs get a change.
He did have open net right there. It was a perfect setup and everything happened. Even Drew Ramsey was lost, but still 8-2 game.
Number 3 for the Vandals brings it into the zone. He's shoved off by Max Lazaro. He's got Lucas Robinson there trying to take it away. Pass over to number 3. Far side, trying to get a pass, and it's poke checked away from him. Max Lazaro trying to come up with the puck. They fight for it in the near wing. Backhand pass out of the zone, down ice. No icing because of the penalty. Mahoney has to play it and leave it for number 3.
And now we do have 5-on-4 hockey, a true power play with a minute left here for the Vandals. 10 minutes left in this third period.
8-2, the Cougars still leading as Ludwig shoves off Max Lazaro. Lazaro wanting a call there. Ludwig, backhand passes it there to Wilson. Pass out in front. Shot on goal, turned out by Drew Ramsey. What a save.
Great job right there. He was going to the right in a slow bouncing puck. Finds his way to the left. He was able to get his left pad in there for the last second save. 46 seconds left in the Smuley Sahoven penalty and 10 minutes, 37 seconds left in the third period.
Big difference between Drew Ramsey and Alexi Cool in net. Drew Ramsey, 6'6" and 235 pounds. No, you did not hear that wrong. 6'6", 235 pounds, as opposed to 6'1", 210 for Alexi Cool. Big man in net as the faceoff is won by the Vandals. Pass from number 5 over to Jackal. Shot from well out, turned off the blocker of Ramsey. Number 27 for the Vandals cleans it up. Back over to Jackal, who just misses it at the blue line. And here comes Cole Carlson with a little bit of speed, but Jackal gets on his horse as Mahoney plays it and feeds it around for number 5.
Cole Carlson doing a good job and not wasting his energy, just being there for the forecheck. Make sure to scare the Vandals, just not letting them push as fast as they really want to do it.
Clayton Lee breaks into the zone, puts a shot on goal, off the leg of Micah Clark, off the netting, out of play. They'll blow it dead. 8-2, Cougars leading with 10 minutes, 10 seconds left on the clock, as we will have a face-off here in the Cougar zone.
The Cougs PK defense right now is doing a great job of leaving shots off net right now for Ramsey, even though he's saving a lot of good shots and he's in a great position, but doing a good job of not letting shots get through, especially on a man advantage that the Vandals have right now.
David Bushkin out for the penalty kill, going to the face-off against, that's Evan King on the face-off circle. Did not see the 0 there as the Cougs try and win it. Won by the Vandals. Pushing out in front. Number 17 to Leon. Puts a shot on goal. Right into the glove of Ramsey, who snags it. Pushes it down. Freezes the puck. And yet again, we will have a face-off in the Cougar zone with an 8-2 Cougar lead.
Ramsey flashes the leather right there. That's a big man making a big save. 10 minutes left in this third period. 12 seconds left on the power play. A lot of shots going on net. A lot of stoppage right now in the last 30 seconds.
Evan King back to the face-off circle along with DeLeon. Here's the puck drop. Face-off won by the Cougs as they try and clear it out, but no. Vandals come up with it out in front. Pass out to Clayton Lee. Puts a shot on goal right into the glove of the outreach. Drew Ramsey comes out, makes an absolutely stellar catch to slow this game down. 9 minutes, 54 seconds left in an 8-2 Cougar leading game.
The Vandals still have 3 seconds left on this power play. If I'm them, I'm looking to get something going in the zone. Start passing around, find one of the boys, and maybe find an open look. And just keep possession in Coug zone right now. They are down 1 man, so might as well do it now.
The face-off on the near side. Van Rayner wins it for the Cougs. Sam Henry tries to clear it, but it's picked up by Clayton Lee. He's been everywhere all night tonight as Lex Ballard, the defenseman for the Cougs, goes to play it along the boards. No more penalty as the Vandals try and keep it in the zone, but here come the Cougs. Here comes Hank Hamlet, the freshman, past the logo. Tries to get a backhand pass there to Brendan Smith, but doesn't quite connect as he gets shoved into the boards. Tries to leave a pass for Brendan Smith, goes wide, and the Vandals are going to clear it out now. Number 10, Reagan Graves, as there's a penalty back on the play. Reagan Graves trying to get a break, but gets stopped by a penalty back in his own zone.
I do want to say he shoved down Van Rayner or tripped up Van Rayner as he found himself on the ground. But now we just flip-flop, and the Cougs now have a power play as the Vandals were not able to capitalize on their own power play, which felt like a super long one. But 9 minutes, 30 seconds left in this third period, 8-2 hockey game. The Cougars are up.
Clayton Lee for the Vandals takes a seat in the sin bin. With 9 minutes, 28 seconds left in the third period, 8-2, the Cougars leading as the first line heads out for the Cougs. With Evan King and Lucas Robinson on defense. Max Lazaro to the faceoff, won by the Cougs. Cole Carlson gives it out to Evan King, who feeds it up. Behind net for Lazaro and Sahovinen, who pinch on it. It kicks out for Sahovinen, backhand pass over to Lucas Robinson on the far side. Pass out in front, tipped off bodies. And will the Vandals come up with it? No, it's picked up by Cole Carlson. Shot on goal, right into the glove of Mahoney, who knocks it down, covers it for the faceoff. Cole Carlson, yet to get on the board so far this year, and just got denied by Mahoney.
Great quick shot right there from Cole Carlson, probably in the spot he wants to. When he probably picked the spot he wanted to shoot at, but another great save by Mahoney, and he stops him right there. Better save instead of a better shot.
Cole Carlson, 40 points last year, 18 goals, 22 assists, the leader in points, goals, and assists as the Cougars win this faceoff. Kicks out to Lucas Robinson, far side. Gives it back to Lazaro at the points. Tries to get a pass to someone on the wing. No one was there. It's cleared out by the Vandals. Max Lazaro has to go back to clean it up. At the blue line, brings it past the red line. Here he comes into the zone. Moves out in front, trying to put some fancy footwork on. Cleared out by the Vandals. No, it's kept by Samuli Sahovinen, who picks up the bouncing puck. Passes to Lazaro off his skates. Picked up by Cole Carlson. No, picked up by Evan King. At the goal line, he'll bring it around the boards. Can he find someone to pass to? Out in front, shot on goal, turned out by Mahoney. Loose at their feet, and Mahoney will put the glove on top of it, freeze it as bodies fall on top of each other. These teams do not like each other.
Got to protect the goal in that situation, so by all means necessary, you got to do it. Good shots getting towards Mahoney right now as the Cougs are putting on the pressure, but a couple bad passes by the Vandals leads to Cougs keeping possession in the zone longer than probably the Vandals want for it to happen.
8-2, the Cougars still leading it. 8 minutes, 34 seconds left in the third period. And we mentioned it before, this was a game that coming into the second period was 2-1, Cougars leading, still within reach of the Vandals. And over the course of that second period, in this third period, they've watched it slip further and further and further out of their grasp. As we'll sort out some things here. 1 minute, 7 seconds left on the power play, as there is going to be yet another penalty against the Vandals. Number 10, Reagan Graves, will head to the box. It'll set up 5-on-3.
Max Lazaro's going in there. I think they were just about pushing and shoving. It was the thing in front of the net that we all saw. Tackle goes to the ground, but there's still a minute and 7 seconds left in the Vandals power play. 8 minutes, 34 seconds left. 8-2, Cougs up.
5-on-4 hockey here. As they sort some things out, get the official back into his position. Van Rayner will be opposed by Ludwig for the Vandals. Near faceoff circle. Off the left side of Mahoney. Faceoff won by Van Rayner. Puts a shot on goal, turned off the leg of number 29, Dutch Sellerberg. As Sam Hembry picks up the puck, gives it to Bushkin in the corner, moves off to the far wing, pass out in front for Cadence Kelly. Shot on goal, turned off the pad of Mahoney. What a save. Backhand shot, just goes wide. Van Rayner trying to clean up behind the net, trying to find someone to pass to. Weak pass there, poked out. But Sam Hembry keeps his own. Pass out in front, turned off the stick of Mahoney. What a save. Hank Hamlet, the freshman, with a goal already tonight. On the wing, passes it out to David Bushkin, puts a shot on goal, trying to get a tip off of Cadence Kelly, doesn't work. Van Rayner there to clean it up, trying to hold on to it, trying to kill time off the clock. It's a pass to Cadence Kelly right out in front, put a shot on goal. No, he options a pass, and it's just whiffed on by David Bushkin as that puck is chipped up into the glove of Sam Hembry. We'll get a pass to David Bushkin on the far wing. He's trying to, he shoved off the puck, maintains possession, backhand pass out in front, shot on goal, just missed the pass. Van Rayner, far side shot on goal. No, just turns out, hit off the iron. As Sam Hembry will pick up the puck at the blue line, loses possession. No, is able to maintain it. Puts a shot on goal right into the glove of Mahoney. A misstep from Sam Hembry works out in his favor, but Mahoney stays strong, makes the grab, and keeps us an 8-2 hockey game. Wazoo leading with 7 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock.
2 seconds left in the power play. Mahoney slows it down with so many shots coming on net, but the Vandals, it just feels like there's so many Cougars on the ice. It feels like there's way more than 5 Cougars on the ice right now. And yes, they're down a man, but they can't find possession of the puck and they can't clear it. That was a minute of time where 3 shots went on net and passing. A lot of good shots just happened on this power play. Still 2 seconds left, so it's still a man advantage for the Cougs.
Mahoney facing shot after shot after shot, and he's been able to turn out many, but 8 so far have gotten through for the Cougs as the Vandals win the faceoff, bring it past the logo. Number 9, Talon Smith, brings it on offsides. He drew the puck back for that shot, drew it offsides, and inevitably will set up the faceoff here outside the Cougar zone.
It was just the deke was too little too late, and he thought his right wing teammate was going to be right there with him, but as he pulls it back, offsides is going to be called. 8-2 game, 7 minutes, 21 seconds left. It's 5v5 hockey once again.
So hoving into the faceoff circle. Won by the Vandals, who try and clear it into the zone. They'll fight for it, scrum for it along the boards, and it's brought in by number 3, near side. Shot on goal, turned off the pad of Ramsey. As the Vandals keep the zone, Reed Mullen there to clean it up in the corner. Pass around to Lucas Robinson, near corner. Pass off the boards to Wyatt Perry, the sophomore defenseman, as he tries to clear it out, but just can't quite. As they'll fight for it here on the boards. And it's drawn back for Lucas Robinson, the defenseman. Gets it to his other D-man, Wyatt Perry, who tips it into the zone. Number 21 for the Vandals will try and clear it up. Bring it past the logo, off the skate of Lucas Robinson, kept by the Vandals. No, it's taken away by Lucas Robinson. It's a backhand pass into the glove of Wyatt Perry, his other defenseman. He has David Bushkin, and he's brought offsides. Lucas Robinson and Cole Carlson were coming into the zone just offsides, as Wyatt Perry was not quick enough to bring it into the zone. We'll bring the face off just outside the zone.
Something that I think is helping the Cougs right now, Spinny, is just the confidence and the ability to play their own game. They're not getting rushed by anything. They're not down. They're having fun, and that's what's happening around there. They're thriving.
Matthew Taylor to the faceoff circle, the freshman. As they win the faceoff, Michael Clark brings into the zone. Puts a shot on goal, just wide. Picked up here by Cadence Kelly. Will backhand it behind the nets. Michael Clark there to try and clean it up as he gets pulled off the puck. No interference call on the play as they try to keep the zone. Just can't quite. And Colin Keenan, the 5'5" defenseman, has to go back to play it. David Bushkin fighting for it along the boards. Pushes it into the Vandal zone at his feet. He can't quite find it. Matthew Taylor there to try and take it away. A bevy of humanity falls on top of the puck as David Bushkin comes up with it. Pushes it into the goal line. The Vandals trying to clear it out. Colin Keenan here to seal it off at the near wing. Picked up by Cadence Kelly in the corner. Shoved off it. David Bushkin behind net. Out in front for Matthew Taylor. Couldn't quite connect on it. As David Bushkin comes up with the puck. Far wing. Michael Clark at the point. Shot on goal. Trying to tip it in. Doesn't quite work. David Bushkin trying to clean it up with Matthew Taylor. They'll fall on top of it. At their feet. Out in front. They finally come up with it. The Vandals. Number 21 will bring it all the way down ice. Just past the net of Drew Ramsey. And they'll call this play dead with 5 minutes, 41 seconds left. 8-2. Cougars lead it with the icing, bring it down into the Vandal zone.
That was a great shift right there by Joey Vaughn. He's not done just yet, but he saved probably 1 or 2 goals right there as he's the other short defenseman, but on the Idaho Vandals. Same height as Colin Keenan, 5'5", but he's doing a great job of getting the stick in there and preventing a lot of shots up in front of the net.
Van Rainer to the faceoff circle. He will be opposed by number 22, Joey Vaughn. As they'll sort things out here to get number 27 off the ice for the Vandals. They drop the puck. Hank Hamlet, the freshman, fighting for it in the near wing. Kings all the way around the board. Lex Ballard, the defenseman, comes up with it. Tries to push it out in front. Picked off by the Vandals. They'll try and flip it up and out. But it's kept again by Lex Ballard. He's been everywhere all night. Backhand feed out in front. No one was there. Hank Hamlet out in front trying to find Van Rainer. Just couldn't quite connect. As Hank Hamlet tries to shove off the defender. Bounces off the boards. Kept in by Lex Ballard. Off his glove. Tries to keep it. No, it leaks out. Hank Hamlet to clean up the change. And the Cougs will have to touch up. As Sam Hembry brings it around the boards into the Vandal zone. Number 5, Talon Smith going to play it. Clayton Lee, pardon me. As they will scrum for it on the board, shoving each other to the ground. Tensions flaring here. These teams, very, very physical. They shove, they push, they punch. No calls here for any penalties as they continue to scrum for it along the boards. They'll keep it pinned against the boards.
It's still pinned on the boards.
As it finally leaks out, Evan King with the puck, trying to find a man out in front. Doesn't quite get it. Evan King brings it around near side, trying to shove off the defender. He gets held up. No call there for interference as they will continue to scrum for it as it kicks all the way out onto the stick of Drew Ramsey, who will give it for Lex Ballard to slow things down here.
4 minutes, 30 seconds left in this period. 8-2, Cougs are up, and they're dominating. Just keep on doing what they're doing.
Lex Ballard tried to brought in, but got shut down by 2 Vandals, and Max Lazaro has to clean it up. Evan King, backhand feeds it in. He'll go off for a change. Cougs get some fresh bodies on the ice. Kept in by Max Lazaro. No, it's just offsides. The linesman keeping a close eye on Max Lazaro's skates and the puck. Sees the puck go out of the zone. Calls it for offsides, and it'll drag it out to the neutral zone.
Very close call right there, and Coach Lupinacci has called a timeout for the Cougs, maybe trying to get some of the younger guys or some of the fourth-line guys into the game a little bit more and get some more playing time as both teams head to the bench for a timeout. Do we know what they're talking about? No, but Coach Lupinacci wants to keep them going, keeps the gas to the pedal to the metal.
Absolutely. The first game of this 2025-2026 season, and it has gotten off to an explosive start. 8-2, the Cougars leading it with goals from up and down the roster as the University of Idaho coach is laying in to his men along the boards as they have been playing very, very lackluster defense so far tonight, letting in shot after shot on Mahoney, who so far, when you really think about it, even though he's given up 8 goals, has put on a bit of a masterclass in terms of some of these saves he's had to shut down.
Well, with everything coming at him, the stats will not justify what his performance has been this game. It truly hasn't. He's got a very good glove side. Every puck he's seen, he has stopped. And yes, he has to work on the rebounding control and stuff, but he's a young guy. He's a freshman. He's going to work on that. He's a smaller goaltender, but Idaho does have to help him. The stats won't do him justice this game, but everyone watching this game live and hearing this game live knows that he's having a great performance.
Drew Ramsey with some great chemistry there with Alexi Cool as he heads back to the crease. As the face-off will be on the far face-off circle just outside the Vandals zone. Samuli Sahovnen will head to the face-off circle. The first line out for the Cougs as that face-off is won by the Vandals as they come up with it. Draw it back into their own half of the neutral zone. Bring it past the red line. Pass it in behind the net of Ramsey. Here comes Reed Mullen for the puck. Tries to play it. Poke checked away from him. Picked up by the Vandals. No, it kicks onto the stick of Cole Carlson, who puts on a move, shakes off the defender. Here comes Carlson with Max Lazaro. Will he give a pass? No, he'll take it himself. Pass out to Max Lazaro. No, off his skate. Doesn't quite get to it. Lucas Robinson trying to clean it up. Onto the glove of Max Lazaro, trying to field it. No, kicks out here to Reed Mullen, who pushes it back into the zone. Not quite off sides as Cole Carlson just got himself on the other side of the blue line.
3 minutes, 30 seconds left in this third period. 8-2, Cougs are up, and they're still dominating possession time and shots on net still in the third period.
Pass out in front for Carlson, didn't quite connect as Lucas Robinson tried to keep the zone there, leaks into the Cougar zone, and Reed Mullen will have to try and restart things here for the Cougs as he gets shoved into the boards. Tries to get a flip up and out. Max Lazaro going towards the puck as he shoves off the defender, but he has it checked away from him. Physicality here in the third period as Lucas Robinson, the defenseman for the Cougs, plays it off the boards onto the stick of number 4 for the Vandals as he gets kind of shoved off the puck there. Cole Carlson being very physical, trying to set something up here for the Cougs in the waning stages of this period. He'll fight for in the near wing. Shot on goal from Lucas Robinson right off the shoulder of number 10, Reagan Graves. That definitely stung. Loose puck out in front, kicks out to the blue line for Lucas Robinson. Shot on goal, through bodies, tipped up and off the boards, not quite out. It stays in play. Cole Carlson to try and clean it up, pushing in behind net. Picked up by number 4 for the Vandals as he gets it to number 3 for the Vandals.
Very surprising so far. The hustle for the Cougs is still up and through the roof right now, even though they're up 8-2, and it's showing as Idaho can't get possession of this puck, and a penalty is about to be called.
Ludwig trips up Colin Keenan there as there'll be a delayed penalty. Drew Ramsey heads off the ice. The Vandals finally touch up here, and it'll be a man advantage yet again for the Cougs as number 3 for the Vandals will head to the box, his arm up in the air, very confused as to why he's being called, even though both you and I could see he tripped up the Coug there on that play. Is 8-2 here. Cougars leading in dominant fashion with 2 minutes, 19 seconds left in the third period. And yet again, the Vandals on the penalty kill.
Well, and it's looking, unless a goal is scored, that this penalty kill or power play is going to last till the end of the game. There's only going to be 19 seconds left if they do kill the whole entire penalty. And it is just an overall dominant performance by the Cougs. Vandals getting a little bit down on themselves, but still, with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left, a good penalty kill, you can build something going in the next game. Not saying never say never, because crazier things have happened in this league, and especially in hockey. A win can happen for the Vandals still, but WSU's looking to lock this thing up with another goal, and the Vandals just look to build something to move on for next game.
Max Lazaro with Samuli Sahovnen to the left. Cole Carlson to the right, the first line. As there's a full start here on the faceoff, we'll restart things here again. 2 minutes, 18 seconds left in the third period, 8-2, the Cougs leading. As this faceoff is just off the left side of Mahoney in net for the Vandals. As Max Lazaro will reset here, facing off against the Vandals. Here's the puck drop. Kicks out to Evan King, puts a shot on goal, off the blocker of Mahoney. Put a shot on goal by Max Lazaro, swallowed by Mahoney. What an absolutely beautiful shot from Evan King. A great save from Mahoney, and Max Lazaro tried to clean it up, but just doesn't connect.
Well, something I know the Cougs have worked on since they've gone this big league is starting to draw up plays and start passing a little bit more, start getting more involved, and the teammate chemistry's gone through the roof. And right now they're doing a good job getting shots on net, and they're controlling the rebounds. That's, I believe, 4.5 of our goals this game. 4 of the goals have been off rebounds and getting some tips in front of the net and getting it past Mahoney.
Face-off kicks out to the neutral zone. The first line out for the Cougs as they win it. Sam Henry gets a pass there to Evan King, just goes wide of his stick as Sam Henry will try and clean it up. Pass across to Evan King. Doesn't quite keep his handle. Pass over to Slye Sahoven and brings into the zone on the near side. Tries to shake off the defender in the corner. Does he have someone to pass to? No, he gets shoved off the puck, but Carlson is there to pick it up. Far side, at the wing, moves out to the blue line. No, gives it to Max Lazaro. Gives it back to Cole Carlson. Will he put a shot on goal? Yes, he will. Shot off the blocker of Mahoney. What a beautiful save. As Slye Sahoven gives it back to Evan King at the blue line. Backhand pass to Sam Hembry, his teammates. At the blue line, near side. Back over to Evan King. Moves into the near wing. Passes at Cole Carlson in the wing, who will stop and start. Give it back to Slye Sahoven. Pass out in front for Cole Carlson. Off the iron. As it's turned out here to the far side for Sam Hembry. What a beautiful shot from Cole Carlson as passes over to Sam Hembry. Back over to Evan King, his teammate. Puts a shot on goal off the pad of Mahoney. Looks like it clipped off the pad of Mahoney, off the bar, up into the netting, out of play. And they're going to be pushing, shoving here. Number 2, Jackal, and number 12, Max Lazaro for the Cougs. These teams, some hot heads on both sides.
Doing a great job of just Max Lazaro is the aggressor of this team, and he's doing his job perfectly down to the bone, man. He's doing a good job. He's the Draymond Green of this team, they said. And overall, the whole entire game, I do want to talk about the power play, is the Cougs have dominated. Their passing has been especially so much better since last year. And you can tell a lot of practice and a lot of improvement for the team overall.
Timeout called here as there's 55 seconds left for Bobby Ludwig, and Max Lazaro ejected from this game as he skates off the ice. He is furious. Very, very upset with that call. As Drew Ramsey voices his frustration to the referee there. As a game break here, Lupinacci absolutely up in arms about that call as he barks at the refs. Furious. This is some of the most emotion we've seen from Lupinacci all night. As so far, he's been in the driver's seat with his Cougs all night tonight here in Eastern Washington.
1:12 left still in the game and 55 seconds left in the power play. And if everything keeps going the way the game has the whole entire game, it's looking like the Cougs are just going to keep on dominating it. But it's going to be 4-on-3. And because of the penalty on Max Lazaro, oh no, it's going to be 4-on-4. They only called it on Max Lazaro. That's why everybody on the Cougs, including Drew Ramsey, Max Lazaro, and Coach Lupinacci, have showed their frustration, as there was not a call on the other Idaho Vandal player despite the pushing and shoving and fighting starting. But we're going to have 4-on-4 for the rest of this hockey game. But Max Lazaro going out in style and what looks to be a dominant win and a dominant goal by him.
A 5-minute misconduct for Lazaro as the faceoff here in the Cougar zone, won by Sahoven, and Lucas Robinson picks it up. Draws back, gives it back here to Reed Mullen, his teammates, who will bring it past the blue line, past the red line, past the logo, past the blue line. Here comes Mullen. He loses his handle. And Reed picks it back up here, tries to push in. Mullen trying to do it himself, a one-man army. Backhand pass out in front, shut down by the Vandal as Cole Carlson cleans it up. Tries to shove off the defender on the far side. Switches places with Evan King. Slye Sahoven, pardon me. As Carlson tries to put a move on. He's got 2 Vandals trying to shut him down. Loses his handle, taken away, and the Vandals will look to try and clear it out. But Slye Sahoven seals it off. Moves out in front. Backhand pass to Lucas Robinson. Will he put a shot on? Yes, he will. Through bodies. Turned out off the back heel of Cole Carlson. And the Vandals try and clear it. And they will get it past the blue line. Cougs have to touch up.
It's going to be a Vandals power play right here in about 3 seconds. And they have a 20-second power play coming up. Let's see if the Vandals can maybe get another buzzer beater just like the end of the first period.
Turn over here. Cole Carlson out in front. Tries to put a move on. Gets shoved off the puck. And Bobby Ludwig picks up the loose change. Here comes Ludwig past the logo. Trying to bring it in. Shot on goal well high of Drew Ramsey. Bounces off the board. Picked up by the Vandals. Puts a shot on goal off the bar. And that is the game. The fans here for the Cougs show their appreciation. And game 1 of the season goes to the Cougs. 8-3. The Cougs. 8-2, pardon me. The Cougs dominate through 90 minutes in Eastern Washington. Connor, what did we see in that game tonight?
Well, just overall dominance. It did start off a little slow as it looking like it was going to be a close game, 2-1 at the end of the first, and they let a little bit of a BS goal go towards the end of that first period. But since then, that second period started, and then the third period, there's overall dominance. Chemistry is through the roof right now. Passing is better. PK is better. Power play, everything has been better since of last year. It's a deeper team, and it looks like Coach Lupinacci was playing NHL, the video game right there, as he was sitting back with his controller on easy mode as a dominant win, 8-2. You don't score a lot of points, but the defense, not a lot of shots getting in front of the net on both sides of on offense and defense has been tremendous. They did a good job of stopping pucks, getting to Alexia Cole, Andrew Ramsey at the end there, but also getting tips, getting rebounds, getting shots towards the net. Just an overall good job and great game. Not a lot you can put on the chalkboard if you're Coach Lupinacci right now.
David Bushkin, Hank Hamlet, Max Lazaro, Cadence Kelly, Micah Clark, Van Rayner, Evan King, and Samuli Sahovinen. All the goal scorers tonight for the Cougs. And as you mentioned, Connor, a lot of young faces. First career goal for David Bushkin. First career goal for Hank Hamlin. First career goal. First goal of the year for Cadence Kelly. First goal of the year for Samuli Sahovinen. First goal of the year for Van Rayner. First goal of his career for Evan King. Pardon me, that was the name I was forgetting. And of course, the Cougs take this game in dramatic fashion this year, looking like it will be an explosive one for Coach Lupinacci and his Cougs.
Well, I do want to say something crazy with the captains, Sam Hembry, Van Rayner, and Cole Carlson. Van Rayner got a goal, but Sam Hembry and Cole Carlson both got points up, but they were also being very good leaders on the ice. You saw Cole Carlson and Sam Hembry a lot this game. Just an overall very impressive performance from the freshmen to the seniors and the captains to the coaches in the booth.
As the Cougs show support for their fans here in the Eastern Washington University ice rink. That'll do it for Smith Slye and Connor Simmons up in the booth tonight. We will send it to our sideline reporter for the final words tonight. For Kate Cherney, stay tuned. We will be right back with that.
Hi, and welcome back to KUGR Sports. I'm Caitlin Cherney, and I'm here again with Zachary MacFarlane. I think that was one of the most evenly matched periods that we have seen so far. I think Idaho came out really hard, kind of with a fire under them, wanting redemption after that second period. I think the Cougars matched the energy again, but I think that for the most part, Idaho really dominated that period.
Absolutely. I think you're right. It seemed like they almost took what you said about, what maybe they want to do going into the third, and they took that into consideration because they came out a little more fiery. Yes, they let up one more goal, but they also matched the Cougars that period, like you're saying. It was very even-keeled. I don't think anyone really had the upper hand. And so, you kind of wonder if they played like that, in the second, just the second alone. This is a lot closer game. I mean, 5 goals in the second period with pure domination. And that's really what separated us here. It's been, a 3-2 game, completely different. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what that coach had said in the locker room. I hope he took to heart what I'd said, but I don't know. I think that Idaho just came out. They looked stronger. They looked faster. They were really pressuring the Cougars and really causing them to panic and kind of give up these pucks, especially on the blue line, which just took them into the Cougar zone and gave them so many scoring opportunities. Yes, they did give a goal to the Cougars in the very beginning of the period, but after that goal, they just came out even harder and even faster, and I think that was really awesome to watch.
Yeah, it definitely was, and quite frankly, it's definitely interesting to see them kind of almost after that 8th goal, they were like, all right, let's turn this around, and obviously they just didn't have enough time to, maybe come back, but you just got to wonder if they did play like that, even just for the second, even for a little bit. It's a lot closer of a game. The chippiness absolutely remained there in the third period. No love lost. We did see someone get a 5-minute major there, Max Lazaro.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I thought that was really interesting, and I wonder if there wasn't so many penalties, especially for Idaho, if they had more scoring opportunities. We saw that 3-on-4, which was crazy, but that ejection was something interesting.
It definitely was. I mean, the bench loved it. I'll tell you that.
The bench loved it. The crowd loved it. I think it might have even hyped them up a little more for those last 2 minutes, giving them a little more energy, a little boost just to finish out the game.
It definitely gave them more energy, no doubt about it. It was a late ejection, but they finished it off with some energy, and here we are in Cherney, 8-2 the final. Kate, you got anything else?
That's it. Thanks to you for fixing the video and getting that up for the third period. That was awesome to watch. Just a big shout out there.
Absolutely glad we got it up for you guys at home. And subscribe to KGR Sports. We are signing out here from Cherney, Washington. 8-2 final. Cougars over the Vandals. Good night, everybody.